So good afternoon everyone, we are the group 3 and we were tasked to do a report about the obstacles encountered and the tourism planning mechanisms of the Machu Picchu in Peru. So our report has 4 parts. The first one is the background or the introduction about the tourism destination. The second one is the obstacles encountered or the problems they face. And the third one is the intervention or how they prevent the problems that they encounter, and the last one is the conclusion. So I hope that this report will enlighten you about the Machu Picchu in Peru.
The Lost City. Machu Picchu is an ancient Incan citadel located in the Andes Mountains of Peru. It was built in the 15th century and was abandoned shortly after the Spanish conquest of Peru in the 16th century. Machu Picchu is called the Lost City because its location was forgotten by the general public for many years. The complex was built in about 1450 and abandoned before the mid-16th century. Although local residents knew where the complex was, Europeans and other outsiders did not know it existed.
In Old Mountain, in the Quechua native language, Machu Picchu means Old Peak or Old Mountain. Many of the stones that were used to build the city weighed more 50 tons. Not even a piece of paper can fit in between two stones.
So, World Heritage Site. In 1984, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or yung UNESCO, named Machu Picchu a World Heritage Site. Then, after being labeled one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007, an increasing number of tourists started to arrive and explore Machu Picchu. So, ayun nga na maging isang World Heritage Site itong Machu Picchu at maging isa sa mga new 7 wonders of the world in 2007 ay mas maraming tao ang naging interesado o nabisitahin at silipin ang Machu Picchu. A historic sanctuary. The historic sanctuary of Machu Picchu is full of cultural significance. Its various sites, complexes, monuments, and citadels are intertwined with each other and with their environment. This is a unique artistic achievement and also a masterpiece of architecture. So, this slide ay hina-highlight yung importance of Machu Picchu in terms of its cultural heritage and historical value, as well as different elements of Machu Picchu such as its structures and landmarks are connected to each other and to the natural surroundings of the site. In addition, Machu Picchu as not only a remarkable artistic achievement but also as an outstanding example of architectural brilliance.
Overcrowding. It affects the experience of the tourist and it also stimulates the soil erosion of the area. Crowding and congestion on the roads, footpaths, and in the narrow streets are rampant on peak season. The overcrowding at Machu Picchu mainly comes from its popularity as a tourist destination, its stunning beauty, historical significance, and UNESCO World Heritage Site status attracts millions of visitors each year. Additionally, improved accessibility through transportation and tour packages has made it easier for people to visit. However, the site's limited capacity and infrastructure struggle to accommodate the sheer number of visitors, leading to overcrowding issues. The effect of Machu Picchu's overcrowding. It can harm the nature. Too many visitors can hurt the environment by damaging plants and historical sites. It can also upset the culture and it can also make the local people upset. Safety issues. Crowded conditions can make accidents more likely to strain emergency services. Infrastructure problems. The area's buildings and roads may not be able to handle so many people, leading to long waits. Bad experience for tourists can also happen, making it hard for them to enjoy.
Another obstacle or challenges in Machu Picchu is the weather condition. The weather in Machu Picchu can be unpredictable with rain, fog, and even sunshine, all possible in the same day. It's essential to be prepared for changing weather conditions. Ang Machu Picchu is located in Andes Mountains in Peru. Ay maaaring makaranas ng iba't ibang issue in terms of weather condition. Ang malakas sa pag-ulan, fog at pagguho ng lupa ay karaniwan sa panahon ng tag-ulan, every November until March. Kaya naman nagdudulot ito ng pagsasara ng mga trail at limitadong visibility ng mga bisita. Napakahalaga para sa mga bisita na suriin at pagplanuhan ng mabuti bago pumunta sa lugar na ito. The limited infrastructure in Machu Picchu poses challenges for tourism planning due to the several factors. Firstly, the remote location of Machu Picchu makes it difficult to transport supplies and maintain facilities. This can result in limited accommodation options, transportation services, and amenities for visitors. Secondly, the site's popularity often exceeds its infrastructure capacity, leading to overcrowding, long wait times, and difficulty accessing attractions. Additionally, the lack of modern facilities such as restrooms and waste management system can negatively impact visitor experiences and environmental conservation efforts. The limited infrastructure in Machu Picchu presents obstacles or challenges in providing a seamless and enjoyable tourism experience, requiring careful planning and management to mitigate its effect.
Ito po yung mga kinakaharap sa Peru. Ang una po is altitude sickness. Ito po yung mga na-experience ng mga tourist doon o yung mga bago doon. Dahil nga po mataas po yung lugar, nagkakameron po sila ng altitude sickness. Hindi po sanay yung katawan nila. Nagkakameron po sila ng headache, nahihirapan po sila uminga kasi nga po mataas po yun at hindi pa po nakapag-adjust yung kanilang katawan. Next naman po yung landslide. Common na po to sa mga matataas na lugar, sa mga bundok. Kasi nga po bundok yun, pag nalindol for heavy rain, nangyayari po ito, gumuguho po yung lupa.
So, dito naman po sa interventions, mayroon po silang tatlo. Una na po dito is the tourist control po, na kung saan po ay kinokontrol po nila ang pagdagsa ng turista sa isang tourist spot po. And also, dito po sa tourist control ay gumagamit po sila ng isang transportation, which is tren po. Yung tren po. Yung tren po is nakakatulong po siya para less hassle na rin po sa biyahe at makakaiwas din po itong tren na to or transportation na ito sa pagdami rin po ng mga vehicles po sa isang lugar po, which is the Machu Picchu po. So dito naman po sa access, nag-provide po sila, yun na nga po, yung train po na kung saan po isang nakakatulong po siya para less hassle na rin po sa biyahe at makakatulong rin po ito para hindi po mag-over-tourism po or mas dumagsa pa po ang maraming turista dahil po sa train po. At nag-offer din po sila ng mga luxury, which is the cable car po at yung mga tunnel po na nakakatulong po para po, yun nga po, nakakatulong po ito sa turista para hindi po sila mainip sa biyahe at hindi nga po mag-over-tourism dahil ang cable car po ay nasa taas po ang biyahe nito at hindi po sa land. Kaya po nakakatulong po ito para less traffic at less hassle nga po sa biyahe. Dito naman po sa conservation efforts po, naglalatag po sila ng mga rules and regulation po na nakakatulong po sa Machu Picchu po para po mabawasan po yung mga risk at mga paglabag po sa batas. Dahil po yung mga nilalatag po nila na rules and regulation po ay meron pong karampatang punishment po at fines po na yun nga po dahil po sa fines and punishment mas pipiliin na lang po ng mga taga Machu Picchu na sumunod po sa rules and regulation.
Dalawa na rin po kasama sa intervention ay ang vandalism at recognition of its limited capacity. Sa vandalism naman po, yung mga locals po na nagbabandalize sa Machu Picchu ay pinapakulong po ng kanilang gobyerno. Samantalang yung mga foreigner naman po na nagbabandalize doon sa lugar na iyon ay pinapadeport po ng gobyerno ng Machu Picchu, Peru. Tapos po doon naman po sa mga bases naman po at mga turistang napunta doon ay nililimitahan na lang po ng gobyerno para hindi po masyado maging overcrowded yung lugar na iyon. Nakatulong rin po yung Machu Picchu sa pagpapalaganap ng panghanap buhay sa mga lokal doon. Nakakapag-offer po sila ng mga lodging area at souvenirs na binibenta po sa mga foreigner at turistang napunta sa Machu Picchu.
In this part, we already arrived on the conclusion of this report. So the first conclusion that we have is Machu Picchu is not as ideal as it is. So like any other destinations, they face different challenges and obstacles, and hindi po sila exception, no, doon sa expectations versus the reality, kasi nakikita natin na Machu Picchu is a really good tourism destination. However, napakarami din nilang problema na kinaharap, and yun na nga yung nabanggit kanina sa report, hindi siya sing ideal na iniisip natin. The second one is yung data or yung reports, no, or yung data na dapat ginagawa nila, it should reflect on the actions towards their tourism planning, kasi napakahalaga po ng data. So if data will not be collected carefully, maaari pong makasira ito doon sa mismong kalikasan. And yung ganda po ng Machu Picchu, imagine niyo, Machu Picchu is more than 500 years na in yung age niya, no. So sticking to the data and prioritizing its carrying capacity, kung ano lang po yung kaya ng lugar, doon na lang po tayo mag-base, kasi if aabusuhin po natin, no, yung dami ng tao nang dahil lang sa gusto nating kumita, everyone, including the natives as well as the nature and the beauty of the destination, will suffer. So yun po yung two of the conclusions that we have.
This is the last in conclusion. Effort and collaboration among different sectors are crucial for a sustainable development and preservation of Machu Picchu, one of the world's most iconic archaeological sites located in Peru. Machu Picchu is not only a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but also a major tourism destination, attracting millions of visitors each year to ensure a long-term protection of a cultural treasure, and to protect responsible tourism, cooperation, and various stakeholders is essential. Peruvian government plays a significant role in overseeing the management and conservation of Machu Picchu. It is responsible for implementing regulation, enforcing visitors' limits, and investing in infrastructure to support sustainable tourism practices. The indigenous communities living near Machu Picchu are the key stakeholders in its preservation. Engaging with these communities, respecting their tradition, and involving them in decision-making processes are essential for sustainable development and cultural preservation. By forcing collaboration among these diverse sectors, Machu Picchu can continue to thrive as a sustainable tourism destination while safeguarding its cultural significance and future generations. Efforts to balance tourism development and conservation priorities are essential to ensure the long-term viability of its iconic site.